back to Thone's Nibbles, number 181, covering Colossians chapter 3, Risen in Christ. And this is a fairly quick reading, Colossians 3, verses 1 through 4. If then you were raised with Christ, seek those things which are above, where Christ is, sitting at the right hand of God. Set your mind on things above, not on things of the earth, for you died, and your life is hidden with Christ in God. When Christ, who is our life, appears, then you also will appear with Him in glory. And this is about the saved people. And that's, one thing that we want to be sure, for you died. That does not mean that you physically expired and appeared in heaven. That's not the kind of died it's talking about here. We died to our old selves when we were saved, and then became our new selves. So it's a different kind of thing. But then the rest of it makes sense, and eventually, when Christ, who is in our life, appears, that is either at the tribulation or at the my mind. Either at the time when we do physically die and we go to heaven, or at the time when we are raptured to heaven. And we never know which of those categories we're going to fit into, because we may die tomorrow, and the rapture may come the next day. We just don't know. If we're still alive, we are still capable of experiencing one or the other of those two things. Once we've already died and gone to heaven, then we're not going to experience the rapture. So it's a kind of a funny thing. Saved people. Why is it in the Bible? Our proper behavior as saved spiritual beings. This is more of a behavioral kind of thing, lesson. It's to all believers, and the communication is we will return with Jesus. That's the ultimate goal here. Application to my life. Our lives should be increasingly heaven-oriented in mindset. Our lifestyle is not worrying about earthly needs, but rather trusting God for those things as we work toward the spiritual things. And that's so important that we have that mindset, even though, from time to time, our mind may stray about, oh goodness, what am I going to do now? I don't have enough money in my wallet to pay the grocery bill. That kind of thing. But we just trust God for those things, and we work toward the spiritual things. God says to me, be dead to worldly things. And we just talked about that, for you died, and, meaning worldly things, not, you when you were saved, you died to worldly things. And He's saying, be dead to worldly things. That's the point, is that if we start dwelling on worldly things after we are saved, then we are sort of in a bad situation where we still want the worldly things very badly, but it becomes very much against God's will and His plan for our lives if we actually pursue those worldly things. My personal response to this is, Lord, help us move our minds toward what is important for your coming kingdom. That does not mean we're not going to slip in this direction and think about, you remember when whatever your favorite not so godly thing, you did it last. We do slip in that direction, but then we ought to We are asking, Lord, for the help in our minds to move our minds toward what is important for His coming kingdom. And once we've done that, then He understands and accepts the little slipbacks that we have occasionally. So that completes that one, and we'll see you next time.